Hi, good morning. I hope you are doing well. Before I say anything, let me get this across. Creating content not be easy. Wow, these guys are doing amazing. Yeah. So, the name is Araya, and you are welcome to Thoughts on Thoughts with Lael. This episode is called Let's Get Real. Yesterday being 9th of January 2024, let me tell you about my day, right? Whew. I can't really give specifics, but overall, it wasn't really a good day. A lot went on mentally. It was really tough. So I kept whispering scriptures to myself. I kept whispering tongues to myself. I kept going back to watch videos to remind my mind of who I am in Christ. I kept going back to these things, all for myself. Then I got home and my light went out. And I took my YAM phone and I started fidgeting with it. I turned on the touch of the YAM phone and I had this brilliant idea to create this setup. I've always wanted to do content. So I was like, okay, this is it. But I already had the background. The pieces of paper pasted on my wall. It's something that reminds me of who I am in Christ and all those things. I do it for me. So I threw the torch to that side of the room and it gave me the idea. Okay, let's use this background to create content. I sat down in it, tried to create the content, and the content was not contenting. I spoke on all sorts of issues. I even danced in this background. I have the video. It wasn't working. But then my mind was suddenly drawn to something. I was in total darkness, complete darkness in my room. But my whole attention was on the light from the YAM phone. And it was a flicker of light. My whole attention was on that light. It spoke to me about my day. And it spoke to me about my tomorrow. That in all things that is going on around me, that makes me feel anxious, that makes me cry sometimes, I should keep focusing on the light. I can keep focusing on the light to a point where I won't even see the darkness. Because yesterday, whilst I was doing this thing, my whole attention was on the light and not the darkness. I completely forgot that I was in darkness. This thing really spoke to me yesterday, and I hope it speaks to you too. You might say Araya doesn't really understand how it is to go through pain, to go through anxiety. Listen, I know. To go through mental torture, I know how it is. If I was able to go through 2023 and I made it out of that year alive, regardless of pain, anxiety, and mental torture, it's because of Christ, my light. And I didn't even know I was focusing on the light till yesterday when I was here in this position in the darkness, focusing on the light. That's when I realized this is what I've been doing all this while, regardless of the darkness. So this whole thing, the background, the setup, yesterday trying to create content and all that, it all became a message for me to keep focusing right. And my little sister once told me, what you focus on gets bigger. And also, if God is for us, that's the little light you can see in this video. What or who can be against us? That's the massive darkness you can see around me. At the center of it all is a light. Yeah, so that's the one thing needful for me to do. And I decided to share this with everyone, even though it's my message. So this is Thoughts on Thoughts with Lael. Bye. I wanted to say something, but bye.